Just checking if the camera's on. Okay, well, the phone is on. This is basically an argument against the whole portable gaming and the Android market or iPhone market or Windows Phone market of devices. But instead of the argument, I'm going to say phones, when I'm talking about the phone market or iPad market or tablet market. And when I say consoles, I'm going to talk about, hopefully, I'm referring to the 3DS and the Vita or the PSP, even if you still play that. And I still play DS games and PSP games. Now, when it comes down to it, it's more of a casual versus hardcore. Casuals are going to play the cheaper games, and they're not going to care about collecting games. So, of course, the market is bigger. There's more casuals and there's hardcore. But the market is not losing because casuals will eventually turn into hardcore gamers. And we got to get our opinion out there. There's definitely a lot better games on the portable on the consoles. Sorry, or portables. I would say portables, phones when I'm talking about the other stuff. But when you look into it, you look deeper into it. Phones, yes, they have multiple features on them. They have all the stuff that like they have a browser. They have the camera. They have gaming now. In the last 6 years, I would never imagine phones would be like this. It was a big move, a big difference 6 years ago. But the problem is when you, like me personally, I'm a gamer that likes phones. And I like my phone to do what a phone is supposed to do, like text messaging, calling. And, occasionally I'll play a game on it. The only games I've been playing on it recently are on my phone. I'm recording this on the phone, by the way. And Symphonia, which is an action RPG, and Robotech, which is a slot machine for gameplay strategy game. I guess that's the best way to explain it. It's actually pretty fun, very simple. But that's the problem, all of these games that are available so far at this point are very simple games, depending on the price you're paying for them. Of course, the more full-fledged of a gaming experience is going to give you, the more you're going to pay for it. And that's what a hardcore gamer is willing to pay, a little bit more money for a better experience. Like I said, there's $5 to $6 games that are very good, $2 to $3 games that are very good. And the argument is about the price on these devices. Certain people don't know the full experience. I mean, I've been a hardcore portable gamer since the first Game Boy. And I love that system. I cherish that system. I wish I still had the system, but I don't. And then I eventually got an Advanced, and then I got an SP, and now I have a DS. And I also have a PSP. When you look at it at the console side, you're going to get full-fledged portable games. Where you can devote a lot of time, just as much time as you devote on a console game. While the phone market is more of a bite-sized games, quick games you can pick up, play. There's not a large learning curve. They're not very hard. So the appeal to a hardcore gamer is very little. I mean, I still play these games, but they're not gonna satisfy my big appetite for a full-fledged experience. So I'm not gonna rely on that for my portable gaming fix. I'm on a vacation right now. I travel quite often. I also You know, I'm a collector, and I'm also a huge fan. Sorry about this. If you hear fucking noise in the background, but I can't control that. But I'm also a huge fan of Nintendo and Sony. I'm a huge fan of theirs, and I don't think they're gonna die anytime soon when it comes to the portable market. I think that the phone market is competition to them. It has changed. The market has changed in these last 6 years. That they're going to have to adjust to that, and Sony has adjusted to that. They have created a suite. I'm not sure exactly the name, but a suite that is available for the phone and iPod and iPad market and Android market of games that they're going to be available to download from them. So that's a good advantage that they're trying to take on the market. The PSP Gold did not succeed because they were targeting an audience that was already grown, where they already were collectors, and now they have to be forced to just download. That's why the PSP Gold did not succeed, and was the wrong way to go. Now that they have the Xperia out, it's a much better, way better way of going through things, and I hope they keep developing phones for this type of market. And it's a good thing that they did that. They're really trying to, diversify their market with that. Nintendo, the 3DS is going to sell because of the price drop. And Nintendo always has their franchise. If you're a Nintendo fan or you grew up with Nintendo, you're gonna buy this, and I'm definitely gonna buy this. So it's not something that it's not viable. I know there's gonna be a shitload of RPGs just like the Advance, just like the 3D, just like the DS. So I mean, there's a market. There's definitely a market for some gamers here in this platform. The platforms are two different platforms if you look at it more differently, because they're not devices. Certain devices are for certain purposes. The phone is just mainly for a phone. It's going to do the phone features a lot better than anything else out there. That's what the phone is for. It's not going to do anything outstanding with gaming, and it's not going to do anything outstanding for cameras. So, of course, there's still cameras out there. The tablet has boomed because of Apple, because, I mean, there was tablets before, but now because of the iPad, the tablet market has grown a little bit more drastically, and it's made it more popular. And, and it's a bigger screen. I just look at it as a phone, as a little extension of a netbook. So, it's not a full netbook, but it's a big screen, and it's as well as portable. So these are all the devices, just devices, and this shitload of devices coming out, and they're all fighting for position. But like I said, portable gaming is not dead. If you're a hardcore gamer and you like RPGs, you're going to gravitate to the PSP and the 3DS, because you know there's going to be RPGs. There's going to be RPG heaven. And people that are just console gamers, they're missing out, because if you enjoy RPGs and you enjoy strategy RPGs and you enjoy puzzle games, platformers, there's even I really see a potential for fighting games on these portable systems as we see them growing in that market. Because before there was not too many fighting games, but now that in the last year, the fighting I think there's a potential of fighting games on the portable market. So that really excites me. That really does excite me as a gamer. And the price drop is definitely going to help the 3DS. I know the PSP Vita has been delayed, but I think that might be a good thing. There might be more games they want to throw out in the launch state, and and that would make it a more appealing portable console. It has a better graphics, and so until there's a device that has a 7 point and up megapixel camera, where you can select games for it physically, and it has a full-fledged normal browser on it, because a lot of these phones have mobile browsers, which is not the same as regular browsers that you get hit on a PC or a tablet. So the phones are not, and the graphics on phones are not as hard capability as a DS and a PSP Vita, especially the PSP Vita. Graphically, there's right now there's nothing touching it graphically, and because these are mainly gaming consoles, those portable gaming consoles, they're gonna have a better gaming experience for gamers, while the phones are more for casual people that don't play games. Of course, the market is bigger for the casuals because there's a lot more casuals than hardcore or gamers or whatever you want to call us. There's just a lot more. But eventually, some of these casuals will transition to hardcore gamers, while there is still some, hardcore gamers and gamers playing games on their portables. But eventually, there might be a device that does everything very well. Right now, in my opinion, there's not any device that does everything too well. Once there is a device that does everything, it's a jack of all trades and does everything all well, then that's when things are going to look a little bleak for portable gaming. But right now, it's still good. There's a lot more competition. I agree with that. Definitely check out my old video with the same subject. Nobody commented on that one. Hopefully this one is a little bit more popular. But thumbs it up if you like this video. Give me some comment, give me some feedback, and subscribe if you have it. So definitely, do what you have to do. And I'll see you guys later.